This is Eddie Hearn, Matchroom Boxing. You're watching Sporting Icons. You don't need to be anywhere else.
So, King Kong, Luis Ortiz, has officially ducked Anthony Joshua. Go check out the first video from today that I posted where I told you that he was going to do that. Well, here is an official statement from the management team of Luis Ortiz. It's a no-go for June the 1st. Sorry guys, we were told to stay quiet as possible and play possum until the fight had been made, because every time someone called Luis out, it would be a gimmick to promote themselves, but it still didn't work. We just received news from the promoter that it's a no-go and it was all a gimmick, and Hearn's lowball offers will not be accepted and no contract was ever sent, so sorry to all the loyal fans. Luis really wanted this title shot. So that is a statement of Team Ortiz. So, first of all, Jay Jimenez, okay, you said that, what? You've just received news from the promoter that it's a no-go and it's all a gimmick. So Eddie Hearn told you that it's all a gimmick, yeah? That they were just using Luis Ortiz's name. Anthony Joshua needs to use the name of Luis Ortiz. Come on, man, you can do better than this, can't you? You can do much better than this now. If you're going to lie, at least make it believable. But we know what it is that you're doing, because Luis Ortiz has a fan base like Wilder, as in the Wilder fans follow Luis Ortiz and they use him as the poster boy, as the gatekeeper to get to Deontay Wilder. Why? Because Deontay Wilder won that fight with the help, which by the way, with the help of the referee and the medical team. So that in itself, you should know that the PBC favour Wilder, not Ortiz, okay? But you know fine well that you can put out all these kind of stupid things like going with the whole low ball offer kind of thing. Why? Because the Wilder fanatical fans, the zombie boys, will believe anything that you say because they can't think for themselves. Okay, this is what they've been waiting for. They need this kind of statement to run with, and it's going to come. Trust me, this is what they're going to do. They're going to blame Anthony Joshua. Now, low ball offer. Okay, so you're saying low ball offer and no contract was sent. Well, if you're not going to accept an offer, of course no contract's going to be sent. But the first one. Second of all, we know that Big Baby Jarrell Miller was getting $8 million. How do we know that? Barry Hearn said so. So therefore, you would guess that Luis Ortiz was going to get $8 million. Is that a low ball offer, considering that you accepted $500,000 to fight Deontay Wilder? So anything above $500,000 is not a low ball offer, really, is it? Let's be real. And you've got more notice to fight Anthony Joshua than what you did with Deontay Wilder. So was it really a low ball offer? But we know as soon as the name Luis Ortiz come out of Anthony Joshua's mouth, you guys went as quiet as a mouse. Anthony Joshua announcing his fight with Big Baby Jarrell Miller. Luis Ortiz finally comes out the woodwork. Finally says something. What did he say? If the fight with Big Baby Jarrell Miller doesn't work out, give me a call. I'm always ready. That's what he said. Well, the Big Baby Jarrell Miller fight fell apart. Anthony Joshua said, get me Luis Ortiz. You, Jay Jimenez, you, the management team of Luis Ortiz, told Eddie Hearn that 7 weeks wasn't enough notice. There's now 6 weeks left, but at the time it was 7 weeks. You said it wasn't enough notice, even though he had 5 weeks for Deontay Wilder. But 7 weeks not enough, isn't enough notice for $8 million, maybe more, for his one and only opportunity against Anthony Joshua. Luis Ortiz is 40 years old. 40. This is Anthony Joshua's last voluntary defense on June the 1st. After then, he's got back-to-back mandatories. Luis Ortiz will never get another opportunity again. And you guys, being part of the PBC, yes, Al Heyman, of course Al Heyman. No, Al Heyman, of course not Al Heyman. We'll do anything that you want, Al Heyman. No, of course, Al Heyman. We're not going to go fight on DAZN, Al Heyman. We're going to stay on the PBC, Al Heyman, and fight on Showtime and Fox, Al Heyman. That's what you guys do. You've been using Anthony Joshua as clout, but here you are trying to say that Anthony Joshua's using Luis Ortiz's name for clout? Really? Really? Come on now. I call bollocks, is what I call. You see, me and Team Ortiz, we follow each other on Instagram and Twitter. Okay, so the last thing in the world I really want to be doing is throwing these guys under the bus, but I call a lie when I see a lie. I know when I'm being lied to, okay? I'm married, I've got children. I'm being lied to all the time. I know when I'm being lied, okay? I have to tell lies once in a while. I know a lie when I see a damn lie. And what you've done here is, for anybody with any kind of common sense can see right the way through this. But the Wilder zombies, the Wildettes, are going to go through this. See, Eddie Hearn, the slave master. See, he lowballed Luis Ortiz. See, he ducked Luis Ortiz. Luis Ortiz was offered 20 quid. This is what they're going to go with. And you know that because they're too stupid to see through it themselves. Or even if they're not, they're going to run with it anyway. Why? Because they know by putting out those kind of videos, people will flock to them and go, yeah, you're right. Why? Because that's what we want to hear. We want to hear Anthony Joshua's ducking. But in reality, Luis Ortiz is ducking. Lou DiBella said this, Jay. Lou DiBella said that Luis Ortiz will be loyal to Showtime, the PBC. And he's got a guaranteed rematch with Deontay Wilder. Al Heyman isn't letting you go, is he? He's not. Just like he's convinced Deontay Wilder to turn down $120 million. But yet you guys, King Kong, want to turn down $8 million, maybe more, to go fight Wilder again for $500,000. And you want to say that you've just been lowballed. Anything above $500,000. And Eddie Hearn will put out a statement real soon. And he will say how much he offered Luis Ortiz. And we will decide whether or not that is a lowball offer. King Kong, Luis Ortiz. Sorry, man, you ain't King Kong. You really ain't. You're not Godzilla. You're nothing scary. You're not. Your resume's trash. The one time that you did step up against Wilder, when you should have blitzed him, you went all amateur. Has Luis Ortiz ever won an Olympic medal? No. Has he even been to the Olympics? No. Has he ever won a world championship? No. Didn't do bugger all as an amateur, yet had, 400 fights. Didn't do anything. As a pro, never won a world title. Never won any kind of titles, really, of any kind of significance. The best win on his resume is Bryant Jennings. You went the distance with Malik Scott. You went all amateur when you hurt Deontay Wilder. You nearly went the distance with a novice at the time, Dave Allen. You went life and death with him. And here you are being gifted this opportunity. And much like every other PBC fighter out there, with probably the exception of Jarrett Hurd and Manny Pacquiao now and Andy Ruiz Jr., all you guys, you lose your spine, you lose your backbone, you lose your confidence when you sign forms with the PBC. You have ducked Anthony Joshua. That's what you've done. And you put out this statement knowing full well that the Wilder radicals, the Wilder fanatics, will come out with their videos saying that Joshua now ducked Luis Ortiz. Luis Ortiz ducked Anthony Joshua first time around when he was WBA mandatory. He ducked him. He could have fought Joshua next, but chose to fight Wilder. All he had to do was wait for Joshua to fight and defeat Pulev. Turned out to be Takam. Right after then, Luis Ortiz was in line. Didn't want to do it. Failed to fill in the high blood pressure medication on the forms. Got suspended by the WBA. Shouldn't have happened, but he did. Maybe, just maybe, Luis Ortiz isn't going to be ready in 5-6 weeks' time to get all the gear out of his system. Is that what it is? I'm not stating it, I'm asking the question. Does Luis Ortiz have gear in his system and knows full well that he's going to be VADA tested? It's supposed to be VADA tested anyway. But against Joshua, you're going to be tested every week, 2-3 times a week between now and fight night, which is what Joshua pays for. Maybe that's the reason why, huh? Listen, man, you could have come out with a better statement than this. You could have done so much better than this. I'm very disappointed in you, Jay. This is a terrible, terrible statement full of lies. You really want people to believe that Eddie Hearn told you it was a gimmick? You really want people to believe that Anthony Joshua would need the name of Luis Ortiz for promotion? When Lou DiBella had already said Luis Ortiz has a rematch with Deontay Wilder. Promised to him. Luis Ortiz is going to be loyal to the PBC. Luis Ortiz doesn't have enough time to prepare for Anthony Joshua. Quite clearly, he sees Deontay Wilder as an easier fight. Clearly, yes? So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, Luis Ortiz has now officially ducked Anthony Joshua. I don't want to hear the name of Luis Ortiz again. I don't want to hear no more, he's the boogeyman, he's the boogeyman. No, he's the bogeyman. That's all it is. He's a wet little diaper boy is what he is. Go back to milking Tutankhamun damn fossil. Honest to God. You coward, you absolute coward. Turned down $500,000. Yeah, Al. Of course we will, Al. No problem, Al. What, to go fight Wilder again, to get cheated on the scorecards if it goes a distance? Or even then, who cares? $500,000. But you can turn down $8 million for Anthony Joshua because you want to stay loyal to Al Heyman. Complete garbage, Jay. You know it. I know it. Most people know it. Absolute shameful. Shameful. Thumbs up. Subscribe. Catch you on the next one.